What's up, Cougar fans? Jake Brandon here from CougConnect, and we have probably the most sought after guest we've ever had on here, right? I know we've had Bear, we've had Carson Ryan. Now, I'm talking about like legit VIP guests tonight. It's our pleasure to welcome in Will Ferrin. Will, how are you doing tonight, man?
Doing great. I don't know if I need that intro, but there's some studs on our team that are cooler than the kicker. But
dude, there are some studs on our team. Let's not downplay it too much. But did you? The fans were pretty excited when you went on the field for Colorado. I videoed it. Got a tweet out about it, and even that video tweet almost got 1,000 likes. So I'm telling you, man, you've got people behind you right now.
Hey, Cougar Nation's awesome.
They are.
Our little starting lineup announcement that we've done. I wasn't even on it the last 2 years. This year they put me on it, and stadium goes crazy. It's sweet. So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the cooler things that we get to do this year is you hear that stadium start yelling.
Dude, it's
sweet. For a kicker.
Heck yeah,
I'll take
dude.
it.
We'll take it. All right, let's get right into it. Perfect on the season until Sam Vanderhaar totally screwed up a hold at Colorado. 55-yarder? 55. Sam botched the hold and made us go left. Is that correct?
That's not true. Oh. That's absolutely not true.
Shoot.
No, Sam's a stud. I don't think Sam's ever messed up a hold for me in a game.
Yeah.
In a game, I think he's been perfect. So sometimes the ball doesn't go straight, and it is what it is, and we'll get the next one.
We'll get the next one.
Yeah.
I saw Sam right after the game. I was telling you, and I was like, dude, you messed up that hold. Like, you ruined his kick. He's like, Jake, no, I didn't. Like, I swear, like, no, Sam, like, I know. I watched the whole thing. He's like, I swear, go watch it again. It was great. I'm like, I'm just kidding, Sam.
Hey, that's a man that takes pride in what he's doing. Like, I think he probably gets like that because just the prep that we do, people don't get to see. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And he takes pride in it, and he does a great job. So we like to give him a hard time though.
Yeah.
When we can.
That's kind of what's the dynamic like in that special teams room? You guys pretty close enough to do that?
It's funny. I mean, a specialist group's kind of a weird thing on a football team where it's like you get kickers, punters, and snappers.
Yeah.
Usually you get lots of weird personalities playing those three positions, and we're no exception to that. So our group is really close. We've got 6 guys, and I think we're so close now that our love language is giving each other a hard time.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of making fun of each other. We play a lot of ping pong.
Nice.
We like to beat up on our freshmen and see if we can get them angry. And when they play angry, they don't play as good. So it's a fun group, and I think it wouldn't be like. It wouldn't be the way it is if we weren't as close as we are.
Right.
So we have a lot of fun doing it, and it's cool. Like, you travel around and get to spend lots of time together.
Yeah.
It's cool. There's not really anything like it.
Dude, even when I played high school ball, when I coached high school ball, like, I still have friends from those days, right? I'm playing fantasy football with a bunch of guys I played high school ball with, texting and talking with a lot of the guys I coached with. It's unique. And I feel like as men, like, you grow up and you're just like, I'm a freaking man. I don't need anybody. Like, I'm an island. But then it's nice to have like your guys and guys you've been through some stuff with and you have rapport with and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, even some of the guys where you don't think that you'd be best friends off the bat, you spend so much time together, and you just build that bond, and it's cool. It's fun. I think that's one of the best things about playing college ball is just the relationships you get to build with a whole 130 or whatever it is guys. It's not really anything like it.
Yeah. Well, we're only 4 games into the season for us. I think we're at week 5, but 4 games in because of the bye. Let's go through some of the highlights so far. Okay. So you tied a BYU record with 56-yarder, right? Yeah. Take us through that. Tying the record. Were you aware it was going to tie before you went out there? Were you aware of the distance and all that stuff?
Yeah. We've spent a lot of time talking about that record. Last year, I think it was last year. Yeah, Owen Pochman, who holds the record. He spent a ton of time with us last year.
Oh, cool.
He's been doing a lot of stuff, working on the new NFL kickoff rule and trying a bunch of different stuff to kind of be ahead of the curve with that. So he was training a little bit at the facility last year. And we talked about it a lot with him. And he was always so cool about it. Like, he's like, I hope you get a chance. And super chill. So we've been aware. I think even when I first got here, Ryan talked about Ryan Rico, he's like, if we get a chance to do it, we got to just add a yard to the snap and break it.
Sam said he was gonna do that.
No,
I talked to him after that game, and I was like, dude, hey, lots of distance on that 56-yarder. He's like, dude, I thought about moving it back a yard on the snap, but then if it would have been, the snap would have been short, anything would have messed up. He's like, coach would not have been happy. But he's like, I was there, and I literally, as I knelt down, thought, I could just scoot back a yard and we could break the record.
Yeah, I think we all had the thought, but we would never go through with something like that because, like, with what we're doing, everything is so detail based. Yeah, so if we move this, if we do a longer snap, the laces aren't going to be perfect.
Right.
So I mean, we just went out and treated it like every other kick. It was funny though, like, so they called us onto the field, and the stadium just started going crazy. I'm like, we haven't even kicked yet. And everyone's already cheering. But I remember going out there and just the stadium erupting, and everyone on the sideline was like telling everyone to be quiet. And I don't really, I mean, just kicking a ball, it doesn't really change anything if people are yelling or quiet. Like, but I thought it was cool. And I don't know, it was one of those kicks where there's not really ever a doubt in your mind, and you get out and you're just thinking free and go and hit it. And Sam likes to give me a hard time because after I make a kick, I just like I don't even think about a celebration. Like I kick it and get off the field. I've always had kind of the mindset of like a make and a miss should look the same. Like if you watch a made kick and a missed kick on an angle that you can't see where the ball goes, you shouldn't be able to tell if it was in or not, at least from my reaction. And I think that's so ingrained into me now that I don't really even think about celebrations. And on that one, Sam's like, I think he jumped up. I think his legs were like to my chest level, and he's just hugging my helmet, and he was giving me a hard time for not celebrating back with him, but I didn't even really think about it. I was just glad we got the chance and glad we could execute it. So it was cool.
No, I like
especially
that
early in the year.
I like that business-like approach, right? It's like into the free throw line in basketball. Like you got your routine, you got your redo before, after, all that stuff.
Yeah, no one likes seeing a kicker celebrate. Kickers don't look cool celebrating, you know?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's the best part about Saturdays. Watching little Georgia Tech's kicker run out and bang one through the uprights to upset Clemson. That's the best part.
Dude, has it been crazy with how many NFL games game-winning field goals have been blocked this year? Have you guys been watching that?
It's witching hour, not yesterday, but a week ago. All like 4 games that were coming to the end all had block kicks.
Crazy. And it's just statistics, right? Like, I don't think anyone's doing anything different. It's like they're changed up their field goal block.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think people realize how much it takes to put a ball through the uprights. Like,
tell us about it.
Let's do some math here. There's 9 guys on the line protecting, including the long snapper. Snap has to be perfect. Hold has to be perfect. Kick's got to get up in the air enough. At the line of scrimmage, we want it to be above 12, 13 feet. A ball that's hit well will be. A ball that's hit poorly, a lot of times it'll be lower than that. Protection has to be perfect. 10 guys could do their job perfectly, and 1 guy could let someone run on through and it's blocked. So it's 11 guys that have to execute perfect every time. And if they don't, then it'll mess everything up. So it's like, it's hard and it takes a lot. And one thing goes wrong and there's a block kick and there's not much you can do about it. So it's been crazy to see, but I don't think people realize too, like how little I guess just how not much needs to go wrong for something to just completely blow it up.
Yeah. What do you think is the most common thing? Like either protection or snap and hold? Like, because you've done this in practice and every time, tons of times.
It depends team to team.
Yeah.
Some kickers have a hard time putting the ball up in the air. Some kickers are slow and people rush the edge.
Yeah.
I think in the NFL, it's probably most common to see protection break down. It's like, who was it? I think the Eagles. Yeah. It was like the same D tackle both times that just barged through in the A gap and got his hands up. And it's like, that's a guy making a play.
Yep.
And you see that. I mean, if protection in the middle goes wrong, then they have a real good angle of the ball. So it could be a mix of a lot of things. In college, it's probably mostly operations. It's like a bad snap and the kicker's got to hesitate and then puts a ball up poorly. And so, yeah, it's probably a mix. You see a little bit of everything, and it's never good to see, though. Even you watch other teams do it, and I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah.
So I think kickers are like that, where it's like, I want every kicker I watch to make every kick.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like to miss. Like, it's a weird little brotherhood between kickers. A lot of us train together and know each other, and so you're always cheering for the guy across the field too.
Yeah, I think it's the same with punting. I guess you've been a punter, right? Because at Boise State originally you were a punter, correct?
I did both in
Boise.
I think I would have considered myself a kicker first.
Okay.
But there was more opportunity there in punting, so I also punted.
Yeah.
So
because Sam was when he was telling me that before the Colorado game in the bowl game that he knew their punter and he knew he had this specific kind of punt and didn't actually get a lot of air. It was kind of a flatter punt, but it had a funky spin.
Yeah.
And he told Parker, he's like, hey, the ball's going to come at this way. And if you can field it and go, you'll have a chance to house one here.
Yeah.
And he kind of like coached him up on it and stuff. And he said it was the moment I saw Parker catch that, field it the way he did, I was like, this is a touchdown.
Yeah.
There. So I think, like you all have unique insight how the other person kind of performs and what they do and what their style is. Is that correct? Kind of?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, like in the camps and the training that you go through growing up, like through high school camps, I know kickers from everywhere. And with Sam, it's pro kick. With pro kick in Australia, it's like all of them train together. They're all like on a team pretty much, and they just get sent out everywhere. It's like when I was at Boise State, our punter was on the same plane as Sam from Australia to America.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, what are the odds of that? Just it's like they're a team over there, and then they just get dispersed here, and everyone's friends. Like the West Virginia punter that we'll see.
Yeah.
Him and Sam are like best friends. Like I think he was at his wedding or something like that.
Yeah.
And we're going to play against him, and they'll be excited to see each other, and it's just how it is. So
no, it's cool, man. That's really cool. And like even like Trey, anyone from Atlanta, he's like, oh, I know him from this school. He played here. He played that. We did this camp together. Like we did this. Like it's much more of a tight knit brotherhood. And I think people expect like, oh, everyone at BYU has bad blood with everyone at Utah, and everyone at Utah has like bad blood with everyone at BYU. But really, like people train together, or they played high school ball together, or they have mutual friends, and like it seems like the whole football community. I mean, obviously specialists, I feel like are more tight knit, but even on a broader sense, like it's a really tight knit group.
Yeah, and I think in general, the higher level of a sport you go, the different the relationships are. Like even when a player enters the portal, it's like I think in everyone's head, it's like, oh, we hate that guy now. Like he's gone. He betrayed our school. Yeah. And it's like, no, a lot of times you recognize that it's in this guy's best interest and that he's making a move for himself, and we respect that, and we're adults and we're mature about it. And a lot of times the relationship comes over the color you're wearing. Whether guys are going to Utah or going to wherever, it's like we keep up with those guys and talk to those guys. So it's kind of the way the business works.
Yeah, man. Miles Davis reached out to me. He was like, hey, I'm going to Utah State. Can you help me sell my gear? Because I need some money to get there. And then I was like, sure. So we like sold it all on the Discord with all the fans and everything, and goes pretty quick. And then like a few days later, he's like, I cannot get all of my stuff to Utah State in my car. Do you know of anyone who has a truck? I was like, bro, take my truck, bro. I'm not mad. Do I love Miles? Absolutely. I love Miles. He's balling up there too. I don't know if you've seen like his stats.
Yeah, I've been watching.
I'm happy for him. Yeah. Like he's getting a chance to be on the field and do his thing.
It's like I think there's a couple ways of looking at sports. It's like you look at it as a fan, where these are all guys wearing a jersey, and like the people that send the DMs of like where it's like they would never say that to a person.
No, but you're like
to an athlete, you're different.
Yeah, you're like this person on TV, you're like a character almost.
Yeah, and I think people expect that to be the way that we interact with each other too. Like we're just like
when Peely went to Tennessee, it's the same thing. He's like, "Can you help me sell my gear quick enough that I can buy a ticket with the money to get to Tennessee and not miss out on?" It was something he was going to miss out on if he didn't get a ticket within the next few days. So we sold all of his BYU gear in 48 hours.
Jeez.
Got him enough money to get a ticket, and then he came over here to drop it off, and it was like nothing but love you, man. Like stay in touch. If I can help you out, anything else, let me know. Like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like if the fans connected with you guys on a different level, then just like, it's almost like you're at a sitcom or something on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a different kind of.
And that's how it is. Like when people transfer.
Yeah.
Like they hit the portal, they go down to the locker room, they clean out their stuff and just talk to them and wish them well and keep up with them when they're gone. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, that's even when I left Boise State, I still talk to a lot of guys there.
Yeah.
Some of the guys have gone other places and some guys are still there. And it's like we were talking about earlier. It's that brotherhood that you've built that connection with these guys, and it goes a lot more than just the strategy of winning a football game. It's something deeper that lasts a lot longer. So keep up those relationships, and those are a lot bigger than what someone's doing on a football field.
Right. Look, football is awesome. We all love it, obviously.
Yeah.
But eventually it ends and your life continues on.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a normal guy.
Yeah. Like it happens to everybody. Some kids it happens in high school, some kids it happens in college and the pros, like, but eventually it will happen, like life goes on. So you got to have perspective with all of it.
Yeah, for sure. And just like the humanization of sports, where it's like, everyone playing that game is a normal guy, just living a normal life and goes and plays a sport on the weekends and puts a lot of time and effort into it, and they're doing the best they can for them. So.
I wonder if it's gotten worse. I don't know if there's anywhere you can look up data. Craig, find the data. With sports gambling becoming more prevalent, because I really feel like what people are really mad about is that they took a risk they shouldn't have taken and lost money, and they're going to go like take it out on someone in the DMs.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
Because Spencer Johnson had some game where he had some turnovers I can't remember. He had some turnovers at the end and missed some free throws. And we lost the game, but I think more importantly, this person in DMs is it messed up the spread or something for like what he was gonna get. And he showed me the DMs, and they were atrocious. Like they were so bad. Like
it's funny. I think one of the worst games that I've gotten DMs from was the Arizona State game last year.
Oh, really?
I was 1 for 1 on field goals.
So you really screwed it up.
But I guess I don't know how it even works. Like my spread.
Oh.
I don't know. It was like my spread was 1.5 field goals.
Oh, so you needed 2 for this guy.
Yeah. So I had like I got on my phone after the game and I had like 15 messages.
Why didn't you kick 2
and
field
I'm
goals?
Wait a second. And they're all the messages are the same. Like they're all you can't kick, bro. And then but then some of them, like I had someone send me his parlay.
He showed you the actual bet.
Like the dude texted me his parlay, and it was like, this WNBA player needs to score this many points. Like 8 things happened, and the last thing he needed was Will Ferrin to make two field goals. I'm like, sorry, bro, can't really control that, but don't need to be hanging out my DMs over it. So.
Oh my gosh,
Jake, I'm not sure if you're aware, but as someone, not personally, but with lots of friends,
right,
Will Ferrin. 1.5 field goals was very popular. Very, very popular bet. This is Will Ferrin is not saying this, but I am saying this. It's a good bet. It's a good bet. It's a good bet. It's a good bet.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I do think though that sports betting is a lot of the issue with that. Like you rarely get DMs, even guys on the team. Like I've hardly heard of people getting DMs from BYU fans saying,
right,
bro, you suck. Like it's always people that don't seem to have any connection from either team, and
it's just
they're just mad about their money and
yeah, there's a 2024 study the NCAA
did. I knew he'd find the stats.
Yeah, I mean I've used this before in school and stuff, and
it's important. School's important, kids.
Yeah, 12% of total abuse was explicitly related to sports betting. So it's. And I'm
12% of all abuse?
All the sports athlete harassment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not just abuse.
I was like, okay.
Just abuse in general.
Nice to clarify. It's good to know that.
Yeah.
Dude, that is wild.
Yeah.
12% of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Makes sense.
It's so popular. Every podcast you watch, like everything you watch, that's always sponsored by pick your favorite sports betting app or whatever. I don't know. Craig, should we get into this? Is this something you and I should look into?
Yeah,
I mean, you're not old enough to.
Yeah, I'm not old enough, but I can help you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm definitely old enough. So, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. So, Is there a betting line on will Ferrin make a tackle in the game? Is that something you guys could bet on?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Let's see. Okay, go to all the gambling apps.
I don't think.
No one's trying to hit a parlay if Will gets a cat tackle.
We'll have to look at some offshore accounts.
Offshore.
I don't think you're going to find that on DraftKings or FanDuel.
No.
Or...
You've seen Vegas Vacation? You seen that movie? Oh, go watch Vegas Vacation, kids. Just kidding. It's PG-13. It's
appropriate.
Relatively appropriate. He loses all his money at the big casinos, and he goes to like a little tiny casino, and it's like they're playing war, betting hands on like playing war, or pick a number between 1 and 10, or which hand is it in? Like, all stuff. It's like that's where you go to get your that. But Will, you did you record a tackle or not? I need to know this.
I don't think I did.
Can you want to break down the play for us?
Yeah. So it was the opening kickoff, ECU. And they did a great job hyping up the game. They had a F-16 flyover, and they had like fireworks set up for touchdowns and the player entrance. It was an awesome environment. An opening kickoff, we kicked it off. I felt like the location was pretty good. And they, credit to them, they put a good return on us.
Yeah.
And I just remember. So usually kickoff returners are nice small guys that
not that guy.
A lot of times
man.
I have the weight advantage over them. This was one of their main running backs, and I just saw him breaking free. And I remember in my head it was like real quick. I was like, do I dive at him?
Yeah,
and risk potentially just completely whiffing and having him break it to the house, or do I just make sure I
slow him up?
Like make sure that I didn't think slow him up because I thought I was going to tackle him, but at least like cross his path and get in his way and make sure that I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. And I mean, we don't spend a lot of time tackling, as I'm sure you can tell, but I was just getting my pads as low as I can and trying to make a play on him. And he was good at running a football.
Yeah, he was. He was.
But luckily Trey was right behind me, and it was enough that he slowed down and Trey got him out of bounds. And then I think it was 4 plays later they went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. So I think that was a little bit of relief to see, because I think that's
no
the biggest,
points came off that. Nothing.
No, I think that's the biggest kickoff return. We're a team that like we take pride in being one of the best special teams units in the country. But seeing our defense come and save us there was sweet. A little 4 and out, and then we're going and getting points. We got a field goal on the next drive. So it worked out. It's complimentary football, and one team saving another, and felt like I got hit by a train for a second there, but it ended up being all right. I'd do it again if I had to.
And then we were talking about what's the mixed. Do you get a mixed reaction, a single reaction to the sideline? You come, people are like, yeah, wait, try a way to make a play. Or,
yeah, well. People like don't really know how to react like when the kicker gets blown up. Like you go to the sideline and it's like the trainers are like, you good? And I had everything. I had people laughing. I had people thanking me. I had the whole bag. But I mean, they didn't score. They didn't score on that play, and they didn't score after that play. So I'm gonna call it a success.
I like it. No, I like it. And you've helped out the defense all year with field position, so they got you back with the 3 and 4 and out. I guess
that's complimentary ball right there. That's right. What we love.
I was looking at. We've got tons of guys in the Discord who break down all the analytics and everything, and I'm sure they've broke this down. So I'm not Steve Plus. I'm not trying to like down credit this, but I saw one from a Texas Tech fan today that was previewing all the matchups and where everybody ranks on O and D and special teams. And I don't know if this is credible or not. That's what we have Craig for. He can correct us if it's not. But he said that, like, you know, BYU's offense was ranked this and their defense was ranked this, and that the special teams was number 3 in the country. And I don't know what metric he was using on that, but he had every future Tech opponent, and it was matched up like how he thought Tech was going to do. It wasn't this BYU tweet or anything, but that stood out to me. It was like BYU special teams is the 3rd best special team by whatever metric he was using in the country. Like
6, according to SP Plus, which is very credible.
So we're top 10, almost top 5, just outside the top 5 in special teams. It's pretty incredible. And I've seen Jay Hill coaching up some of the fine points, especially kickoff.
Yeah.
And I know Coach Papinga is really the man who's kind of over all of it. Do you think it's those two in tandem, or is it kind of mostly Papinga, or who do we give all the credit to?
I think it's a mix of everyone.
Yeah.
I think Papinga is probably the main guy.
Yeah.
Jay Hill loves special teams, and he's bought in on special teams. He has a lot of experience, so he's actively helping out. And Kalani snapped.
Yeah.
Kalani it was back in the day before there were just snappers. Kalani snapped at BYU and then had a little shot in the NFL with it. So all of them have special teams experience and are believers in special teams. And I think when it's as important to those three guys as it is, everyone buys in.
Right.
And I think plus with BYU, we have a lot of depth on our team. We have a lot of guys that can play football that aren't necessarily starting in their positions, or they're starting but they're rotating, that are just dogs on special teams. So I think it's a mix of everything. It's a mix of Kalani and Jay Hill and Coach Pop, and also a mix of just the guys buying into it.
Yeah.
Like Coach Pop has like his war daddy thing. War daddy, I guess it's a term that a special teams coordinator somewhere, Seahawks or something a while back did, and now it's kind of a popular special teams thing. And he's been hyping it up, and he's got little like hoodies that he gives out and hats that guys get when they go and perform. But it's cool, like seeing the guys that are on the punt shield and they're quizzing each other, making sure that we have everything down, and guys that are gunners and guys that are doing all these jobs that fans don't necessarily like watch or
Even
make a
think
big
about.
deal of. Yeah, or someone playing the wing or tight end on a field goal team. It's like, this guy is so important to what we're doing, but they don't necessarily get the recognition. And one thing that Coach Pop's been, I think, amazing at is teaching us why we need special teams, showing us the impact the special teams has on the game. We talk about average starting field position all the time, and if we can be +1 from what the other team is, then this is our record since Kalani became the head coach. And if we pin the ball inside the 10, this is the percentage that teams will score a field goal or a touchdown. And guys see that, and it's like, hey, well, I got to go and get downfield and get this returner before he makes a play on us. It's just like overall collective buy-in, and when you have that, pretty awesome things happen.
So it's a big part of it is them teaching the why
Yeah.
behind all of it. It's not just a way to go out and make a name for yourself or get a look or prove that you're willing to do some dirty work on the team to earn more starting minutes. It's like Kelly's on, Glasker's on punt team. Like you look who's out there.
Oh, if you just look at the punt team specifically,
oh my God,
it's all the names everybody knows.
Yeah.
And they're ultra bought into it.
So like, yeah, like they understand that they're literally helping themselves keep points off the board by doing that. And Coach Pop's teaching the why. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
And it's all about winning the football game. Like,
right.
I think a lot of teams fall into the mindset of like what you're saying, where this is my chance. This is where I make a big hit and then I'm the starting linebacker. And it's like, I think our team has been so good at like staying present, being in the moment, recognizing the most important thing right now is that we win this game. The most important thing right now in that is that we net 42 on this punt.
Right.
Or that we cover this kickoff, or that we put points on the board in the field goal team. And when we do that, great things happen.
That's awesome. That's it's I don't know. It's just Kalani style football too. Like selfless, love the guy next to you, do what needs to be done for the right reason kind of thing. Like it just fits.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we have a great team for it right now, where I don't think people really, and it's the culture that Kalani sets, where guys aren't better than the team, and we're not going out to go and show off Will Ferrin or show off Sam Vanderhaar, but we're just going to execute so that BYU can win the football game.
Yeah, and I get a little bit of a sneak peek into some of this stuff in the off season, the transfer portal with the NIL work I do. And yeah, nobody's bigger than the team. Like, in my experience, people are compensated more than fairly. Like they're compensated at a fair value, but there's like, I don't know, they're not going to overpay somebody or overpromise somebody something. Like there's no kind of special things handed out or promised or anything to people in it. Like you're either in or you're out kind of a thing. And it in this day and age, I think that's really important.
Yeah, and I think it's becoming more and more rare.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's all about that. It's all about getting paid. It's all about having followers on Instagram. It's all about doing these things. And when you put too much on those things, then the things that really matter start getting overshadowed.
Yeah, that becomes the primary, and then what you're actually supposed to do becomes secondary.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, I think you can have a ton of, I mean, look how amazing our fans are. Like, CougConnect will pay out 6 figures every year, plus multiple 6 figures every year for the next, whoever knows how many years, probably more if it keeps growing. It's all fan-based. It's all fan-driven. It's not coming out of my pocket. I mean, some time comes out of my schedule, but it's not coming out of my pocket. It's just the fans, they're bought in. So if you come here and you do the right things, like, you'll get the Instagram followers.
Yeah.
You'll get the NIL. Like, you'll get that, but you're not coming here and destroying the culture. If you know, they won't allow for it. Like, it won't work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's right. And I think at BYU the culture is so ingrained. Yeah, where it's not easy to change. Like, we're as a team, we're bought in. As leaders, are bought in. That when a freshman comes in and wants to change things up, it doesn't work, because it's a culture that people believe in and people will stand on.
yeah, dude, it's cool, man. I really love it. All right, so we're perfect on PATs going back to win. Like, you have a streak, an active streak, right? Are you aware of this?
Yeah.
Sorry, Gregor Bell talks about it. If he hasn't jinxed it, I'm not going to jinx it.
Hey, I don't believe in jinxing.
I have way less superstition than Gregor Bell. He talks about not jinxing things all the time. Like, bro, you would not be talking about not jinxing things unless you were afraid of jinxing things, right? Like,
I'm terrified of jinxing things.
oh, come on now. It's because your parlays keep getting beat.
Not mine.
Just your friends.
Just my friends.
Your real close personal friends, but not you, huh?
I'm not. I don't use my money like that.
Dude, TJ and I may have done some Mega Millions on the way home from the Colorado game.
Okay. Yeah,
So I'm just saying.
I don't hate that.
I'm not judging you, Kev. I'm not judging you.
Okay.
Okay.
I love everyone.
This
who
is America.
gambles.
Yeah. America was built on gambling, you know, like
Yeah.
the American dream, put it all out there. Hey, we're kids, we're all moving to Kirkland, and then we're all moving to Nauvoo, and now we're all moving to, what was it even called? Zion 2.0.
Deseret.
Deseret. We're all going to Deseret. We're all going to Mexico
Let's go.
territory. We're getting, right? It's what America was built on.
Yeah.
Gambling.
Leaving America.
Guys, don't gamble. It's bad for you. Don't, especially.
I'm not saying that. I'm
talking to the audience. Kev, I'm not worried about you.
okay.
But anyway, now that we talk about gambling.
Yeah. PATs.
PAT streak that we're not superstitious about.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think we were talking about this the other day. I was telling Sam that I feel like a PAT streak speaks more to the operation and the protection than anything else.
Yep.
Like, I think it's 80 something now. And if you're able to go and execute something simple that many times, that's people being focused in on the details. That's preparation being handled. A PAT is not a hard thing, but it requires a level of focus and it requires execution and doing it consistently over and over and over and over again is where it starts to get difficult. But the fact that we can protect that many times straight and that we can get good snaps and holds that many times straight is a cool thing.
Yeah.
And it's something that we hope to just keep doing. So
this is senior year 5, right?
5. Yeah.
So we're going to go out perfect on PATs from here on out, perfect on field goals from here on out. And then who's the heir apparent? Is it Matthias?
Yeah, right now, Matthias is the only other kicker we have. Matthias Dunn. He's a stud. I'm sure he'll have to compete like we all do. Coach Pop always says that his job is to find the best kicker and then replace the best kicker and replace that guy and always make sure that the best person that can be there kicking is doing it. So I'm sure there'll be a competition.
Always, yeah.
But Matthias does a great job. I think he's a guy that could start at a lot of schools right now. He could have started a lot of schools last year, but he loves BYU and he wants to be here. And so I hope he gets a shot.
Yeah.
And I think he's got more than enough talent to go and ball out. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, but we'll get there when we get there. I guess.
Yeah. If you, and maybe in my experience, this probably will happen. If there's a roster spot that needs to be filled to have 2 kickers on the roster, and you're the guy who's helped to host, or they ask you to talk to this guy, what would you sell him on being BYU's kicker? What would be the selling points?
I think just BYU as a whole, like it's a unique place. It's a unique program. I think being able to transfer and see another program and seeing BYU, it's so different.
Right.
I think sometimes recruits are surprised when they come in and they see just the culture and just the vibe of everything and how different it is from every other program. And I think all of us transfers always talk to each other and we're like, wow, isn't it so crazy? Just like, I mean, it starts with Kalani and love and learn. And then the whole culture of like, we're men, we have families, we need to be great sons, great husbands if we are, great brothers, great friends, and we need to take care of our life outside of football. And then doing that makes it easier to perform in football.
Yeah.
So I think that would be my number one point, is that BYU is a unique place. We have a unique leader who actually cares about his players. He genuinely wants us to succeed. He cares about Will, not just kicker number 44.
Right.
Which is unique, I think, in today's world of college football. And then I think the other thing is just the support that we have here. Like, BYU fans are different than a lot of fans across the country.
You've seen it at ECU this year. You've seen it at Colorado this year, and all the years prior. But
and it's like, I mean, you're in Utah. People care.
Yeah.
Like so my first game at BYU, and it's my third year of college football at the time. So I feel like I kind of know what to expect. And I grew up a BYU fan. I've been to lots of BYU games. But for some reason, so it was my first game at BYU was Sam Houston State. And I didn't really expect that much of a crowd. Like, I knew we would have a big crowd and it would be a big thing.
But like, it's an FCS team.
So I didn't really know what to expect. And we got off the bus for the Cougar walk. And I remember stepping out and on Cougar Boulevard. On Cougar Boulevard, you look down this path that we're walking and there's no path. It's just hordes and hordes of people.
3 hours before the game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was crazy. That was like the first like welcome to BYU moment. And then we go through and then we turn onto the field and the student section's already full. And I think this is now 3 years at BYU, and ever since then, the stadium's full every week.
Oh yeah.
Like there's fans everywhere. People follow the games, people care about how we're doing. And then we go on the road and it's the same thing. I mean, my first road game was Arkansas.
Oh wow, yeah.
And we flew into Fayetteville and we're driving on the bus from the Fayetteville airport to where our hotel was, and we're just driving through a bunch of neighborhoods. And there's this guy out mowing his lawn and he starts putting up the Y. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. And then you realize you go to these stadiums and it doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter if we're on the East Coast or in Texas or Colorado or wherever it is. There's just, we're packing out stadiums. It seems like every game feels like a bowl game. And that's cool. And that's a BYU thing. There's not many other schools that can say that they can do that.
Dude, and that really is the reason why we started CougConnect. Is we had players. So I've told the story a million times, so I won't go into all of it. But like, we had players who needed help. It was the NIL era, and we were talking, and they're like, "Dude, if the fans knew how much they could help us, they would do this." And that's why we started. Like, we started up as the players took a gamble on Cougar Nation. Like, me and my business partners took a gamble on Cougar Nation, and like they've pretty much delivered ever since. Because I think football is important to them, but I also think they respect the bigger mission and vision that Kalani has, that the university has, and all that entails.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like, even like growing up a BYU fan, I mean, I lived in Orem, Linden area until I was 15. So I say Kaysville, but it's kind of a little bit of both. And I remember BYU was everything. Like going to games and seeing a player and like just out around town was the coolest thing ever. And it was like they were all role models. Like, I felt like as a kid I could look up to these players, and it wasn't like the NFL where you don't really know what you're gonna get, and guys are saying things or doing things that you don't want your kids to see. But these are players that I could look up to, and that like they were just good dudes, and they stood for good values, and And I think for me as a kid, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. It's just a unique place, and it's cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, my dad had a fairly large lawn care company when I was a kid, and we had BYU students who worked for us. And eventually we ended up, as much as you could at the time, because there was restrictions, we got BYU players to come and mow for us. And we had, I don't know, a couple dozen different guys kind of pass through, and all of them were amazing. Like, and I, as a little kid, I was, I don't know, 5, 6 at the time.
Yeah.
Just idolized those guys.
Yeah.
It was just like, they always put on a good example. They all, they're always respectful, polite, like really nice and respectful to my mom and like everything. And so thankful for, the opportunity to mow like 2 or 3 lawns and make $50 or whatever, because it was really limited on what they could make back then, and what they were allowed to do in different times of the year and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But I had the same experience growing up here, and I think it just pays itself forward the next generation of Cougar fans and stuff.
Yeah, and it's cool, like hearing Kalani talk about it, because Kalani was in that same boat,
right?
Where he was a kid here and
struggling,
and he tells a story about like BYU players visiting his elementary school, and one of the players talking to him, and it's like he's been there and he's felt that, and because of that, he tells us to go in and give the fans our appreciation, and he cares so much about that, like going and high-fiving fans around the stadium. And it's like, at one point we were talking about how we need to get the team together in the locker room and make sure that we have a prayer together, and that we do this, and make sure players aren't leaving the locker room. And we were like, yeah, sorry, we have a hard time getting around the stadium. And he's like, no, keep doing that. Like, those fans, you mean something to them. They come out here and support you and watch you play. The least you can do is go and give something back. So,
high five, sign some autographs.
Yeah, so we try to do that as much as we can. There's a point where we got to go in and say the team prayer, but
yeah, it's admirable, because I've had friends bring little kids, and sometimes my little kids want to do it. They see enough BYU players that like, you're the most exciting person who's come over in a while because of your wife.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
Shout out to your wife, ESPN credited.
Oh yeah, teacher of the week.
Teacher of the week.
Yeah.
But she's awesome here, and honestly, like my daughter Reagan, like she wanted to get you an NIL deal the moment do you remember that back in the day?
Sure do.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're a big deal, but a lot of times when the people come through, they're kind of like, oh, it's another player.
It's fun to be a big deal because I'm my wife's husband.
Yeah,
that's always
isn't that why? Isn't that I can't think
Courtney
of
Ferrin's husband? That's sweet.
I can't think of any other reason why you'd be a big deal. No, dude, but she is amazing. Like our next door neighbor is in her class and loves her, and I don't know her super well, but all through my kids and their friends, like, she's making a big impact, and she's awesome.
Yeah, she's great at what she does. There's not very many people that can go and be a teacher and make an impact like she's doing, and she's awesome. So
yeah, and I was a teacher for 12 years, right, Kevin, Craig? Mm-hmm. These guys know. They were both in my class, actually. Yeah. It's a labor of love, and it's a labor of sacrifice for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. Okay, well, I think we got Trey and Cannon are here. So someone just pound on the door, but that was Nolan here. So
I got 2 questions.
Please.
Okay. Well, one's more of a stat, and then we'll get his reaction. But
is it a gambling stat, Kev?
No.
Okay.
No. But it is information for if you want to use it as information. So Will Ferrin's 44 of 51 in his career at BYU.
Whoa.
And
did you know his number's 44?
Wow,
that's crazy. Keep going.
That is crazy. Okay. 6 of those misses have happened in September, and his last post-September miss was in 2023. Oh. So
we're good.
Yeah.
That's why I said we're ending the year. We're through September. The next game is October.
So everything's good.
So yeah, we're solid. Superstition squashed.
Well, he said I wasn't going to bring it up, but he said he didn't believe in superstition.
So you bring it up.
So I brought it up.
Bring it up.
I like it. And like I said, he's number 44, so it's a double confirmation.
Yes.
I do think it's funny, like, seeing the superstitions from my perspective. Did a pretty simple job. He just kicked the ball through the uprights, and it's good. I've been really big on mindset and like learning mindset, learning the mental game and all that. And my big thing is just looking at every kick one for one. And what's going to happen in the future doesn't matter right now. And what's happened in the past, it doesn't matter anymore.
Dude.
So just living right in the moment, controlling what I can, and getting on with it.
That is actually so ball. What's up, Trey?
Hey!
Come on, Cannon's here too, right? Get Cannon in here. Get
Look at
on
this
in. Come on in
guy.
here. What's up, guys? Okay, we're kicking you out, Kev. You come over here. Get Cannon or Trey on the mic for a second while we talk about mindset.
One last question I have.
Okay, go
was,
ahead.
Like 5 years ago, I think it was taboo to kick a field goal longer than like early 50s. Why has that changed? Like NFL and college. I feel
Yeah.
like every week it's like 55, 60 yarders.
Yeah, I mean, over the last probably forever, I think kickers are getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
And I think the standard of kicking is rising, where now kickers have to be hitting 50. You have to be hitting 55. It's like 55 is a new 50.
Uh-huh.
Teams will, I mean, it's an advantage if you can cross the 50-yard line and kick a field goal. So
It
kickers
sounds
got to
so
learn to do
crazy,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
It sounds so crazy.
Yeah. So when the standard gets raised, kickers match it, and they change the rules and make it hard on kickers and figure it out. And
yeah, the goalpost used to be on the goal line, man.
hey,
It used to be
would be
10
nice.
yards closer.
Would be
huh?
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we go.
So, I don't know.
Like, are you like kicking 70 yards?
Hey, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Dude, I do want to end with mindset though. So that's what I do. Like I travel and train our companies in 7 states, and it seems like we're kind of always growing, but I go train executives, mid-level managers, all the different kinds of people on emotional intelligence, on Big 5 personality. And like you just paraphrased or summed up like a lot of what we train on.
Yeah.
It's like recognizing kind of your emotions, like you don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low. Being in the present moment, recognizing like really the only thing that matters, the only thing in your sphere of influence and control is what you can do right there at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Not most suffering happens by thinking on things that might happen in the future that
Yeah.
probably won't ever happen.
Yeah.
Right. And most the second roast cause for pain is dwelling on things in the past that don't matter anymore.
Yep.
And so I think that's what one of your special abilities, besides, obviously your leg speed and all the things athletically that go into that, is your mentality to be clutch in those moments. Is you have developed the self-mastery to kind of compartmentalize and recognize everything for what it really is.
Yeah, and that's a learned behavior, and something that
developed.
I keep working on. Yeah. Where like when I first transferred to BYU and started giving the time to just the mental game and how to develop that, I saw it bleeding into every aspect of my life, and I'm like, this is something that everyone needs to do.
Yes.
Being able to not dwell on things that are gone, or being able to not be anxious about things that are in the future that you can't control. And I think kickers especially, you sit on the sideline and everyone's looking at you, everyone's evaluating you, and you want to evaluate yourself and be like, am I in my head right now? How am I feeling? Can I go make a kick? And I've gotten to the point now where like people ask me what my process is on the sideline and all of that, and I'm like, I don't have a process on the sideline. Like I've got times that I'll go warm up, but my mental process starts when I run on the field.
That's more physical than you would say mental necessarily.
Yeah, and mentally I need to be really locked in for about 7 or 8 seconds when I run on the field. I go through my routine, I lock in, and I go kick the ball and control what I can in that moment. And then once it's off my foot, it's gone. Whether it's a game winner or whether it's a missed kick or whatever it is, once it's off my foot, there's not anything I can do about it anymore. So you get on with it and get on to the next one.
Dude, I love that. That's so huge. And hopefully there's young athletes watching this. And because I coach for so long, and you see kids who are apathetic and you see kids who are overly, emotional about things and stuff, and being able to really kind of find that middle ground and own it and be there. And I think that's what an attribute the Bear has too, is like Bear's he's just there and does his thing, man.
Yeah.
And he cherishes the opportunity to run people over and do that. But when he gets up, it's like ball to the ref and like, let's keep going. Or he cherishes an opportunity to throw up, a touchdown pass, but I don't know. And he'll celebrate a little bit, but then I think he's just right back into the present moment and on to the next thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a key trait of a great athlete. So if you're a young athlete watching at home, learn to own that there. So
let's go.
Any last words, thoughts, comments?
I don't think so.
You think
Thanks
you're
for
good?
having me on. Yeah.
Dude,
It's
thanks.
good talking to you for a minute.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And thank you guys if you made it all the way to the end. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We get, I don't know, I haven't even looked at the analytics for September, but back in August it was like 35,000 different people watch this. Only like almost 3,000 of you have hit the subscribe. So do us a favor, hit that subscribe, hit that like. And if you want to support what we do here and support the athletes, get over to CougConnect.com and become a subscriber. That's all we got for you. Go Cougs.